You are now entering Crazy Joe's Galaxy. Enjoy the wild ride. You are now entering through the galaxy.
Not tomorrow yet. Season 6, Episode 12, The Walking Dead kicks off with Carol, which we haven't seen much of recently, and it was pretty awesome. She's making cookies, going, looking for acorns. She kills a zombie and stuff. There's blood all over herself. It's pretty crazy. Handing out cookies and stuff is pretty awesome. And then Rick and the gang get back, and they tell everybody to meet them at the church in an hour. And he tells her particularly when she asks what's up, that they're going to have to fight. Who are they going to have to fight? Carol wonders, and she pulls out a cookie, and then the dude Morgan comes up on her and starts talking with her and stuff, and she tells him to leave him the fuck alone. She's like, leave me alone, get out of here. She leaves the cookie on Sam's grave. So, be interesting to see what happens when we come back from commercial break with The Walking Dead. So we come back, and Rick and a bunch of people are in church. They're talking about what they're gonna do, and obviously, this dude stands up and ends up saying that he objects to it. With Morgan, how he is with his beliefs and how he is and stuff. It's like, dude, get over it. You need to be part of the group. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, you gotta have one guy who's like, oh, no, I can't. We gotta go talk to him and see what's gonna happen. It's like, you go there and talk to him, they're gonna fucking chop your head off or something, shoot you, or make you their slave or something, It's like, what is an idiot? I don't understand, and whatnot. And we end up going to Carol. She writes down number 18. Don't really know why. Not sure what's up with that. Then she ends up, meeting up with that dude she gave a cookie to earlier. I don't remember the big dude's name. Right before that, though, we had Glenn talking with Maggie. Maggie said that because she made a deal, she has to go with him tomorrow. So I agree with that and disagree with it. I think she should stay because she's pregnant. But I think she should go because she made the deal to go. So, why, if she made the deal, why wouldn't she go? You know what I mean? So, back to Carol with meeting up with this dude. I forget what his name is, but, he lost his wife at one point. He ends up saying she's a mom, she's a mother to everybody and stuff, and they end up kissing and whatnot, and he's afraid of her going tomorrow because he's not going and whatnot because he ain't a fighter and he don't do things like she does and like she kind of whatnot because she is crazy. Badass with a gun, with a sword, knife, whatever. She is just like one of the baddest ass, people you wouldn't have expected, to turn out to be. So, pretty interesting. They were smoking something. I'm not sure. They were smoking a joint or they were smoking a cigarette. Not really sure. Couldn't tell what it was. But really was kind of intrigued by that as she was smoking something while walking up on him. And then he started smoking with her, and they eventually kissed. And whatnot. I thought they were going to get it on like Donkey Kong, but they didn't, And then Abraham breaks up with Rosita. Rosita freaks out and is like, why are you leaving me? And he's like, when I met you, I thought you were the last woman on earth and stuff. And then, he leaves, and she's freaking out, crying and stuff. And Eugene is out in the hallway, and he's eating a cookie. He's like, oh, you tried one of these cookies yet? And she slams the door in his face. So, and then Rick and, Rick and them have the dude who knows the area where they're going. He's drawing out maps and stuff. And we come back to the, the new doctor. I forget what her name is off the top of my head. Her and her girlfriend or whatnot. And they're, talking or whatnot. And she wants her to go with her, but she can't because she's a doctor and all this stuff. So anyways, I thought it was very interesting. I liked it, and it's going to be very interesting to see what all happens with everybody when they eventually go on the run, that they got to go on and see what's up with Negan. You know what I mean? That's going to be pretty crazy and intense, but I don't think that's going to happen tonight's episode at all. I think they're building up to it, so it's going to be pretty awesome. Looking forward to it. I wonder how Daryl is going to feel about Carol kissing this dude. You know, I always thought that Carol and Daryl would end up hooking up, but they haven't yet. So it's getting me kind of wondering what's going to happen there. You know, so, and then I wonder, like, with this guy giving them the map, is he giving them the real map, the real layout? You know, is he setting them up, or is it real? You know, hopefully it is, and that it's not some kind of bogus map and stuff. Guys should be there with them, you know what I mean? So we'll see what happens. It's been a pretty cool episode so far, very tame and relaxed. Only one zombie killed so far in the episode. We come back from break and the crew is out in the RV and trucks and stuff, and they are going around searching for stuff, and they're laying and checking out like every mile and a half or so, looking for zombies and checking out the area for ahead of time before they go and try and run up on Megan's crew. So it looks like they may actually go up on them tonight on tonight's episode. It's crazy. I wasn't expecting this tonight. I thought it'd be more played out and whatnot. So, you know, we got Rick talking to the priest there, that dude, and they're talking. He's like, how come you still wear your priest outfit? And he's like, because it's still part of who I am and whatnot. And it's kind of interesting, you know, when Carol ends up talking with Rosita about the whole thing with Morgan. She says she's not going to tell and whatnot, but she was pissed off that he stood up in the church and was talking and saying that they shouldn't go and do what they're going to do. You know, so, and I agree with her on that. Like, really, it's like, why is he fucking, like, you know, he's gonna be careful, because eventually somebody's gonna get pissed off and there's gonna be some shit going down, I imagine, with Morgan. You know what I mean? And Carol sees that Maggie's there. She's pissed off at Glenn and this other dude go up and they kill us a bunch of zombies and chop off heads and stuff because they need a head that looks like this other dude, you know, to show that they got the head of this dude because they wanted the head of that guy. So, you know, for Megan's crew and whatnot, because they got a guy who was with the guys at the hilltop and whatnot. You know what I mean? So that's going to be pretty interesting. And then this shit was mad, crazy, and funny. They asked Jesus and this other dude, you know, like which head to pick. And Rick ends up picking up a head and punches the head to break the nose. And says, you know, your hand broke. He fought back, punched him in the face a couple times, broke his nose. You know, so that was pretty funny. And like the dude's like, Megan's crew is scary. They got nothing on you. That shit was mad funny. Before that, though, Carol gave Rick shit about Maggie being there, and, you know, she said she's going to hang out with her, stay with her, while this whole thing's going down because she's there and she shouldn't be there and whatnot, you know. And Rick tells the crew we're going in around midnight, we're going in tonight. So that's going to be interesting to see if it actually happens on tonight's episode or not. I think maybe they'll be starting to go up in there tonight's episode, leave us with a cliffhanger. But that shit was mad hilarious when I started laughing when Rick picked up the head of the zombie and started punching it in the face. I was like, that shit was crazy badass. That shit was nuts. So that was hilarious. Let me know down below in the comment section what you thought about when Rick started punching the zombies. Fucking head that was chopped off from the body that was like not there, you know what I mean? Like, that was just crazy. Headless. Rick was punching a headless zombie's face, and that was nuts. Holy crap. A lot of shit just went down when we came back from commercial. They drove up, one of the dude who drove up there with the head, he gave it to two guys. One guy went in, got the guy's brother, and then they stabbed the dude. They killed the one guy that was there on guard. Then he comes back out with the dude's bro, and he gets stabbed. And then, and then they fucking go up in there when they bring him to the car. And they go up in there, they start stabbing people in their sleep and stuff. It was just crazy. It was like, what? And Glenn made his first human kill on tonight's episode, and he, you know, killed one guy and was regretting, and he went and killed the second guy, and then he looked up and he seen a whole bunch of Polaroids, a whole bunch of people all fucking killed and stuff. It was like, and he was just that, like, horrified and pissed him off. I'm pretty sure, and they're like, the guy deserved to die then, because what they had done, you know, to other people and stuff. So they're going around searching and going around looking in rooms and stuff. And then we end up going to Abraham, and up the top of my head, I can't remember her name. But they were breaking into a room. A guy comes out of like a bathroom or something, The dude stabs Abraham. Then Abraham, like, beats the guy up a little bit. The chick ends up stabbing him a couple times. And doesn't kill him. And he ends up hitting the fire alarm. And all hell starts to break loose. Freaking Maggie wants to go and help. And Carol stops her and then kills the zombie. She's like, you're not going anywhere. You're supposed to be somebody else. You need to stay here and whatnot. That Rick made one kill. So he made the first kill in there, inside the place and whatnot. And, so it was pretty intense. I was like, holy shit. When the guy came out, I was like, oh, fuck, no. And then the dude, like, I thought, like, maybe Abraham was gonna die or Abraham was just gonna straight kill the dude. But, shit went down, so now the guy's gonna end up dead. Probably when we come back, he's probably gonna get stabbed in the back of the head or shot, and it's just gonna be an all-out war now, probably for the rest of the episode. It's gonna be fucking banana shit crazy. Like, what the fuck? That is just nuts. I can't believe it. Like, what is going on? Leave me a comment down below with your thoughts and opinions about them running up in the place and then shit going haywire and crazy and sideways. Bloody mayhem, murder. There's all kinds of gunfire shooting off. We come back and Rick Grimes is blasting away at dudes coming downstairs. Michonne and Rick are together with Daryl, and they're blazing up the place, shooting up mad people and stuff. And and then there's other groups of people shooting up people and whatnot. And we find Abraham breaks into a room with a whole bunch of plants. It looked like they were growing pot plants in there, or a bunch of greens, anyways. And then somebody else breaks into a room where there's like some like supplies, like medical supplies probably, and then Glenn and the dude he's with end up running into the room with all the guns with the armory. Glenn finds the armory. There's a bunch of people coming at them, shooting at them. They jump down in the room. They get up and they grab the big guns and they start shooting through the door. Blazing up the place. They kill them all except for one guy. When they open the door, a guy points a gun at him, and then Jesus ends up shooting the dude. And he's like, this is the next world. And then the father, the priest dude, he ends up going up on a guy who's been shot out in the grass. He goes up on him, the guy's like, Padre, you're not gonna shoot me, da 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 da. And then he's like talking, religious stuff, and then he ends up shooting him. I was like, what? It's gonna be crazy. It was nuts. I was like, what? I could not believe all that shit went down in this episode. I really didn't expect. I thought it was gonna be more dragged out, and we wouldn't see this until next episode. Where this kind of stuff was freaking crazy, just off the wall, nuts. You know what I mean? Like, what is gonna happen when they come back? You know what I mean? The alarm's still going off. They found the armory. They got their guns now. Their supply of guns. So what's gonna happen now with everything? With Rick and Daryl and Michonne and Glenn and the rest of the group. This is gonna be nuts. Are they gonna take everything out of there? Are they gonna go further into the place and keep warring, or what? What's gonna happen next? It was just awesome craziness. I was like, no, not Glenn and the dude who's with them. Kill them both. And then they end up diving down. They get the guns and start shooting. And Jesus comes to save the day. It's pretty wild. You know what I mean? So, and just like Rick just going off. And Abraham and stuff like that. It was just crazy. All the stuff. And then, I forget what his name is. But he ended up getting saved by Rosita. Rosita saved this dude. And he was he went into a room to hide for a moment to let somebody pass by him, and then there's a dude in the room tried to kill him. He ended up stabbing a dude, and then he opens the door and there's a guy outside about to shoot him, and then she ends up shooting him, and Rosita saved the day too, so that was pretty sweet. So that was awesome. Walking Dead. The fallout from the war going on where they were just at, it's pretty crazy. It's daylight, it's morning time, they come out. They see a whole bunch of cars, they check them out and stuff. They send a couple of people on their way, and Michonne says to Rick, I wonder which one of them was Megan, because they thought they killed them all. But then this dude, he comes out on the bike, and he's trying to take off, and they shoot him off the bike. Daryl runs up on him, tackles him, jumps him, starts beating the crap out of him. They all pull their guns out on the dude, and then he's like, Daryl's like, where'd you get the back? And then they're about to shoot him, but then the walkie-talkie goes off that he had, and there's a woman on the other end, and she tells him to lower the guns, and he's like, no, why don't you come out and we'll talk. and then they're like, oh, we'll talk, but we're not coming out. But we do have somebody that you care about, Maggie and Carol. And it's like, oh shit, are you kidding me? They freaking got Carol Maggie. If Carol Maggie had, if Carol just let Maggie go in and she went in with her, they wouldn't have been captured by these people. So, as a woman in charge, I wonder if Megan is a woman. If this is Megan on the other end, because some people got out apparently. It's pretty interesting. It's like, what is going to happen? Glenn freaked the funk out. He was pissed, and you could tell Rick was as well. And, so it was a pretty intense and wild episode. So, Rick and Daryl and Michelle and Glenn and all of them, they took over that place the, with the armory in it and, like, and other goods and stuff in there with the satellites there. So it's gonna be interesting to see what goes down in the next episode. This was crazy. Rick just being Rick, badass, all through the whole episode. From punching punching that decapitated head in the face. That was just like one of the most epic moments of the whole episode. Besides, the whole shootout and everything. That was pretty intense too. But I gotta say that definitely was the best moment of the night. So hit that like button, leave me a comment down below with your opinions and thoughts on The Walking Dead here at Crazy Joe's Galaxy. Thanks for watching, and this was just a crazy episode, a lot better than I thought. A lot more happened than I thought was gonna happen. I thought it was gonna be very slow, methodical episode, but there was a lot that happened. Went down to extend the storyline furthermore and be like, what's going to happen next week? It's going to be crazy. Cannot wait. Hit that subscribe button for more reviews here with Crazy Joe on Crazy Joe's Galaxy with The Walking Dead and much more. Check out the UFC stuff and other stuff and whatnot. You never know what's going to happen here.